Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Roll High, Don't Die. Today's topic can apply to any RPG, but certain ones might find it more relevant, and that's because the question is, does your character's weapon have a name? We see this a lot in popular media, right? Frodo and Bilbo had Sting, Arya Stark has Needle, Warcraft Paladins have the Ashbringer. Many video games have unique and legendary, specifically named items. But does your character have a named item? If so, where did that name come from? When you were making your character, did you decide that your starting sword have a history in your family and had a name assigned to it at some previous generation? Or did you start with a sword and kill a bunch of trolls, so you decided to start calling it Trollsbane? Did you discover an item somewhere out in the world and that item had a name? And if so, where did that name come from? How did you discover it, rather? Was there something in the room that clued you in, or did you have to go back to town where somebody recognized the weapon? Did you have to go seek out a wizard or somebody who could identify it, and they not only told you what it could do, but the legend behind it? Or did the GM just give you an index card and at the top it said this sword is called Talon? Curious about these kinds of things because I thought back to my RPG tenure and all the systems I've played and all the magic items I've had, and I realized that I never named any of my weapons. I've had lots of magic weapons, but none of them had specific unique names. I've had plenty +1 longswords and even a flame tongue greatsword, but none of them were the dragon's claw. I think most of that comes from the fact that I play a lot of support characters and casters, and so the named magic weapons tended to go to the fighters and rogues and barbarians, but it's interesting because most of my wizards and sorcerer and cleric type characters are exactly the type of character that would have loved to go on the quest to discover the history and name behind these magic items. So I might have to keep that in mind for future campaigns. I'm curious though about your characters. What's the name of your weapon? How did that name come about? Did you pick it? Did somebody in the party make a joke and you started using it? Did the GM assign it? Was it something out of the module? Leave a comment down below, reach out to me on Reddit and Twitter, and tell me your stories. So, once again, something to think about. Have fun out there, and remember, roll high, don't die.